Hi, I'm Shelbey Hernandez, and you're watching MediaPlex Live at 1. Texting, tweeting, Facebooking, and even chatting on the phone while driving are not only illegal, but dangerous as well. Jolene Perrin reports.
How can something as simple as painting your thumbnail red prevent you from texting and driving? An online video is going viral to show you how. It went live on YouTube December 6th and has since reached over 300,000 views on YouTube alone. United States resident Steve Babcock came up with the idea, inspired by his daughter's technique of tying a piece of yarn to her finger to remember something. He says it's an old school reminder for a new school problem.
Your thumb is it's the only thing that stands between your eyesight and the screen of your phone, and so it's a perfect canvas for this, for this reminder. It's not just for people who have a problem with using their phone while driving. A lot of people paint their thumb red simply to elicit conversation and so that they can spread it to others.
Locally, Babcock said he hasn't heard of a movement in Ontario, but he said, why not start one? The government is making strides in an attempt to stop distracted driving by increasing fines to $280. Matt Dasty said we need to change our attitudes towards our ability to multitask because that's our problem.
It takes only a mere second of inattention and it could lead to fatal results. We know this. We know that there's tragedies happening on our roadways across the province of Ontario, and that's why the government has taken this initial step forward to raise the fines. And it's to bring awareness to everybody that our attitudes need to change in relation to distracted driving, in relation to having a handheld device in your hand while you're driving a motor vehicle.
The Red Thumb Reminder serves the same purpose as tying a piece of string to your finger, and it's just as easy too. For MediaPlex News, I'm Jolene Perrin.
Turning to weather, today it's 1 degree Celsius with scattered flurries. Tonight we'll see variable cloudiness and a high of -2. Tomorrow we'll see cloudy periods and a high of -1. The University of Windsor is planning to expand and upgrade its athletic facilities. Marauders in Chlioglu has the story.
University of Windsor administration has announced multi-million-dollar expansion plans for the St. Denis Sports and Recreation Center. The announcement was made in President Wildman's public address in late January, and in February, a concept drawing was unveiled.
The university tapped the same Toronto-based architecture firm that did the design changes to the armories and the Windsor Star building behind me. If funding is approved, the St. Denis Center could become a construction zone, much like this.
The concept includes a new gym for varsity athletes, a new swimming pool, and would add almost 150,000 square feet to the facility. The Forge Fitness Center within the building would also be expanded to 3 times its size. A visit to the space on a Tuesday afternoon showed the need for expansion, with very few machines available for use. This is something that Mike Havey, Athletics and Recreation Director at the university, says is the most important part of the concept.
I mean, would our varsity teams benefit from this? Absolutely, they would benefit from it. But primarily, I think the real winners are going to be, the students right now who can't get an intramural basketball team in because our leagues are filled to capacity because we have a wait list.
Chief Communications Officer at the university, Holly Ward, agrees that increases in capacity will create better opportunities for students and the community.
Clearly they are bursting at the seams, and we've known that for a while, but we also want to make sure that the changes that we're making to the St. Denis Center are in line with what other universities offer their athletes and visitors and students and that sort of thing when it comes to athletics, because we really want to put our best foot forward.
Mike Speck is the sports editor at the university newspaper and host of Lancer Radio. He says that enhancements to the building are overdue, but that there will most likely be a hefty price tag for students.
The funding isn't there yet because it still has to go through a referendum with the students. Ideally, they want the students to fund the majority of this project. And then they're also looking into government funding. I believe when St. Clair did a similar expansion, they got about $11 million from the government.
If funding were approved, construction on the building would begin in 2015 with a completion date of 2017 and would leave the university with one of the leading athletics facilities in the province. For MediaPlex News, I'm Marauders in Chlioglu.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Shelbey Hernandez, and this has been MediaPlex Live at 1.